What up, folks? I'm Ultrazillatoys, and today I have a review of the Transformers Legacy Evolution Prime Universe SKYQUAKE. Now, I've watched quite a bit of Transformers Prime. I don't think I've watched the entire thing. I can't remember SKYQUAKE well, though. I will admit that. However, this guy looked so awesome that I was just like, it's a leader class. Yes, it's more pricey, but I felt like I just needed to have this guy. He's very super robot-y. You guys know I love my Transformers to be very super robot-y. His alt mode is really cool. Yeah, there's that if you need to scan it. Yeah, this guy just looks sweet. I really like his face a lot. You know, his alt mode is like a jet, like a sci-fi jet, you know what I'm saying? Like kind of Macross-y. Look at that. Look at that. This guy could be very good. It's making me want to get Needle Nose to put on top of him. But I don't know if I kind of want Needle Nose, but I kind of don't. But anywho, there's some EVA Fusion stuff going on. Kind of, sort of. It's just a gun, guys. But yeah, packaging is real nice. The art is real nice. Is this figure real nice? Yeah, it's kind of real nice. So without any further ado, let's get to it. And here is SKYQUAKE out of the package, and this is what it looks like out of the package. It's in alt mode, which is cool. I really like it. Like, on the bottom, you cannot tell that there is a robot inside. It is a true robot in the skies. How about that? That looks really nice. As you can see, it has landing gear, which is a bit problematic, and I'm going to talk about that later. But, you know, it looks okay there. And it looks okay there. Just done in gray, but, you know, sculpts are fine enough. And it does allow you to let it do that, if you care for such things. But, I don't. So if you, it's fine, because this is a good-looking plane. But if you just close it, he lays down totally fine as well. So, you know, it's a visual thing in this mode. But, you know, am I wrong to say that the most important mode in a Transformer is the robot mode? I don't think I'm wrong. So, there's problems that arise when you transform it and turn it into a robot mode, and which I'll get into, again, later. But I think this looks pretty good. The cockpit looks really nice. You see it's got silver around it and this, like, kind of yellowish brown translucent plastic. Then you got some seats in there, should you need them. They can't fit, like, anything, but, you know, it's there. It is there, and it does look good. The silver all around here looks really nice. I do have some scratching going on over here, which is a little bit of a bummer, but, you know, weathering. But all that silver does look nice there. I do have to say that. Then you got these little fins on the side that are a different kind of green, and I actually kind of like that. It kind of, you know, helps, you know, separate the paint a little bit, give you a little bit of a different option. I do like the green that they used. I think it's really nice, honestly. And this guy has some nice weight to it. I know I'm getting ahead of myself here, but he's got some nice weight to it, which is excellent. He just feels really good and compact. Then you got all this red going on here and here and here and here and here, which is, it's not really, it's like a, I don't know, it's kind of like a red, but it's a little bit off, you know, like a muted sort of red. What's the color I'm looking for, guys? I can't think of it. But yeah, it does look good, you know, all of that. I like how it works with the green. It really, you know, has a military-esque kind of feel. But at the same time, this doesn't look like any, you know, modern military plane. It looks like some sort of spacecraft, you know, which is very, very cool. I do dig that a lot, you know. I mean, that's a great aesthetic for a Transformer, and it looks the part, man. This is just some really cool space plane. And you got that translucent plastic up here again, which looks cool. You got more silver in there, but it's like a different kind of silver, which is interesting. And this is more like a gunmetal up here. Really nice. Just some nice work here. I do like it. I don't gush this much about alt modes in Transformers that much because A, it usually looks like there's a robot in there, and B, it's just not very well done in the main line. I'm sorry. But this one, I think, looks really good. I do like it. Yeah, again, look. That's cool. Very good on all sides, man. Looking at it from all sides. Yes, you got some joint stuff here, but it looks like it's part of the plane, you know? So, I dig it. I like the aesthetic a lot. You got these wings back here. These can go up. So should you desire them to. These can go down, which is really how it comes in the package. So there's that. And then these can separate from here if you need them to go up, but they are attached in there, you know, for now. And then you got the thrusters in the back, which looks cool. They're kind of covered by these things, and if you want, you could open them up more if you care to do that. But then you do reveal the robot feet, and I don't know, kind of looks like that. When it's like this, it doesn't look too much like robot feet. I wish there was a way that this could like pushed in more, but I don't mind it. I don't think it looks bad. So yeah, I like this, guys. I do. Then you got this gun here, which we'll look at further in you know, robot mode, but you can put that right there in this mode, you know, so he's shooting. That's pretty cool. I do like that. And to add to that, you do have this, which is going to be a sword in the robot mode. But for now, you can just slap it in there. So you have a little bit extra. So it's not going to be able to stand good like this. And even when you put the landing gear down, it's, you know, not going to be the best. Because I think it's going to get in the way a little bit. At least the way I did it. So, yeah. It's not really standing quite well. Maybe I did something wrong here, but I don't think so. But yeah, it does look good, you know, as an extra gun should you need it. I kind of like these things without, but that isn't the worst thing you could do. And for your size comparison in this mode here, it is with an Optimus Prime and Blitzwing. So with that said, that takes care of this cool jet mode. Time to transform and fly out. And there's SKYQUAKE all transformed up, and as you can see, he's got the gun now attached to him. This video's all out of order. And it's pretty cool because you could take this and put it in his hand as well, if you want. But I find it's better back here because then you can make him hold it like this a whole lot easier. You know, this like Gatling gun looking thing, which is cool. It looks really nice, as you can see. So I do like this. You know, I don't know, the Evo Fusion is just this opening up, whatever. I just don't care. There's this part in here, which you can take out, and this becomes a little blade. Oh, ow, that hurt. It like bounced. Ow, I did it again. Did you guys see that? It was so fast, I couldn't even see it. So this is like a dark yellow translucent plastic, like light brown. It's kind of like a little blade thing. And then you do that. And you want to put it in his hand. So. And then he's got a little sword. It's not a huge sword. You know? Not very super robot-y, as I keep saying. But he's got it. It's a decent looking sword. I really do kind of like it. I wish it was bigger. But yeah, so he's got 2 good weapons, I'm gonna say. I do like his weapons. Honestly, I really do. Let's do articulation next. His head has a lot of movement. Like, a lot. You know? Pretty good. His waist moves like that. Now, we're going to talk about, you know, this guy has some issues, in my opinion. But we're going to talk about this thing here, where the nose cone is, that kind of disattaches itself. So when you disattach it, you can get a bend there. And you can do it. So, you know, and then, you know, you just pop it back in. But I'm going to count that as an articulation point. These guys move out of the way, which is good. So you could do that with the shoulder, and you could go all the way up. The fact that it opens up like this is kind of like a butterfly joint. How about that? I wish it locked somehow, but I digress. You do get that. This goes out. What a weird noise for something that's ratcheted. Is it the same noise on the other side? No. That's a good ratchet. That's a squeaky ratchet. It's still a soft ratchet. What is going on there? That is bizarre. So, and you could do that if you didn't see it. Anywho, pretty good motion at the shoulders. Swivel at the bicep. You have a double jointed elbow. That's pretty rad. You do have ratcheted thighs there. Thighs? No. Hips. That can do a full split. And then ratcheted going forward. Going back. Swivel at the thigh. Double jointed knee as well. Although from up here, you're not getting a ton, honestly. Rocker at the foot. Can go sort of up and down. Sort of. But you know what? I'd say this guy has pretty phenomenal articulation for, you know, a Transformer. Mainline Transformer toy. Really great articulation, honestly. I really like it a lot. Now, I really like the aesthetic of this guy, okay? However, as I've been alluding to, he's got a major design flaw, in my opinion. Okay, so if you didn't see it as we were transforming it. Why does he have a gaping backpack hole here? It's really bad, and I'll tell you why. Because another thing, I can't get this here to align into, there's a hole in there. See it better on this side. See that? That's supposed to stay there, and it pops out on me. So I don't know if I'm doing something wrong there, if something's misaligned, but I keep getting pop out. It's in the back, but it does make the wing pack just a little bit smaller. Anywho, back to this. The nose cone folds in. The landing gear, unfortunately, and there's no good way to do this, gets in the way. So the landing gear is blocking the nose cone, I think, from fully becoming flush. And this whole assembly, look at how much room there is in it. I could put my entire finger in there. That's how much room is in there. This whole thing collapses downwards too. That should, in theory, look at this, be able to go much further in there if it wasn't for this nose cone that's totally hindered by that landing gear. So it should go completely flush, and at least in the directions, it looks like it goes completely flush. But it doesn't. There's nothing that's making it go completely flush. And, you know, that's a bummer, because this whole thing looks like it should go all the way in there, and it doesn't. And I feel like they meant it to, and then they were like, oh yeah, but we have to put in we have to put in this landing gear. No, you didn't have to put in the damn landing gear. I didn't need landing gear. I needed this to go in and this to clean up by going all the way in there the way it obviously meant, they meant to do originally. There's no doubt about it in my mind that the landing gear was a last minute decision and it messed up this thing. And there's nothing, there's no way to get it in without taking out the landing gear, which I almost want to do, because this figure would be so much better if it didn't have all that junk going on back there. You know, it should clean up. And I should clean this guy up. Look, it goes in, guys, even if it went just up to there. Like, but then you won't be able to attach it here. So, what a bummer and a missed opportunity to make this guy super streamlined and cool. Or at least more streamlined. Look at that. It goes in. What a bummer, man. I mean, I'm hoping, because I really do like the aesthetic of this guy, I'm hoping that a third-party company comes and does a fix for this, because it's absurd that it was right there. It was right there. And it doesn't do what you think it should do. You know? That's a bummer. I'm gonna clean this guy up and we'll continue. So all that notwithstanding, I do really like how this guy looks. He's got giant shoulder pads, which are awesome. It does have silver on it. I do have a little bit of like little scratch marks on some of that silver, but it looks really, really good. You know, I do like it. They're kind of like shark fins in a way on top, which is cool. And then, you know, the wings from the back, as long as you don't look at it like this, the wings from the back look really nice. And I feel like that's cleaned up pretty well. I like, you know, this clear parts over here, which looks like the sword, which is nice. Then you got the silver and the reds, you know, on top of the greens, which looks really good. The gunmetal here. So I like, when you look at it straight from the back, I do like it. I think it looks good. The legs, you know, from the back aren't much to look at, but I do appreciate that these, you know, filled in the back somewhat. The back of the legs, that was cool. I like how it all folds over. So that's pretty good. The sides, not much going on there. The front looks pretty good. I like the feet. Again, very Robotech-esque in my opinion, the way they did the feet, and I think that's pretty cool. I wish the front here had some paint, maybe on here. That would have been good. You do have paint on the sides here. I feel like it's more glaring to, you know, not paint this than this. So paint here would have been good, is all I'm saying. But the legs have a decent shape overall. The Krajiji section looks pretty good. I do like these parts in here. I think they're nicely done. Yeah, this section is really nice. The silver and then the gunmetal inside. That's looked pretty good. This part is pretty cool. The chest part I like a lot. Again, you got the clear plastic here with the Decepticon symbol, which is like really like faintly printed, it feels like, on the plastic, you know? Barely make it out. But the silver around it looks good. Gunmetal in there again. Chest, I think is pretty decent. The arms look pretty good too. You have some die-cast content here. There's a few spots with that. Hey, I love the die-cast content on my robots. The hands are in nice positions. You got silver around here. Nice accent there. Gunmetal there. Well, yeah, not really. Less gunmetal, actually. More just like gray plastic, but it works. It works. Actually, you know what? The bottom part is more gunmetal-y, I feel like, than the top part. You see that? It is a little bit different. So that's kind of cool. And again, the shoulder pads are really nice. The head sculpt is pretty slick. He definitely has that kind of vibe of a Decepticon symbol going on his head. I really like it. I think they captured it pretty well. Or at least, like, cool. You know what I'm saying? If not, like, perfect, it's pretty cool. I like the eyes. They're a little dark, but they are kind of like a dark red. They work really well. The gunmetal looks really good around. The silver at the chin looks really nice. Really like this, how the crests look. Very good. As you can see, it's clear back there, which means this does have light piping, which is slick, you know, so shining in certain lights. Let's see if I could do that with one of my lights. Where are we? Not so much working with my light. There. Now, the only light I could easily grab. But, you know, it is there. They do kind of look painted over, but I'm pretty sure I've seen it lit up a little bit more. But, yeah. Looks-wise, I think it's pretty cool. Honestly. Like, proportions are excellent. Again, when you're looking at it from the front, it looks pretty awesome. It's just that. It's just that. That shouldn't be. I wish it wasn't. It's just, like, crazy. He's got a backpack, okay? You could put his weapons back there if you want. Or whatever you want. Or you could put a whole other transformer in there. Yeah, it was right there. But anywho, I do, that notwithstanding, I do think this guy looks really, really cool. He's very solid. And that is, that's a good thing, you know? You want your leader class Transformers to be nice and solid, I think. He's good, you know? I do wish the leader classes were all a little bit bigger, but I think this guy works. I don't know. I dig him. He feels like a good chunky bot, so I'm going to say I dig him despite this, because he's got a lot going on. The aesthetic is really good. I feel like the paints are pretty much in the right places where I want some accents, and that's really important to me. If you guys saw my Metal Hulk review, one of my big complaints was the paints, where they did add paints, they just weren't in the right spots. But here, I feel like it works. All right, we'll leave it there. And for your size comparisons, here's SKYQUAKE with a bunch of other Transformers you might have in your collection. Oh, wow, a Transformers group that I've almost 100% reviewed here. That's interesting. That's been a while, except for a Scourge there. Yeah, Black Convoy. We'll get to him. We'll get to him eventually. He's in the backlog now, but yeah, everybody else has been reviewed. Hey, thumbs up. And my final thoughts, man, this was so close to being an absolutely awesome and one of the best Transformers of the year. But I can't get over this. And that's a fortunate thing, because it looks really good. It feels really good. It's solid. It looks really cool from the front. But the fact that, you know, I really think they put those landing gears in at the last second, you know, during the design process, and it's just like it causes the engineering to just not do what I think it should do. And I mean, it's obvious because this part does fit in there, so it's obvious to me, unless I'm doing something wrong. But you know, according to the directions, according to other Transformers reviewers that I've seen, it just doesn't go there, you know, like, not in the current configuration, and that is a bummer, because it's obvious that's what it was supposed to do originally, and it would have just made this figure, like, amazing, you know, like, totally incredible. So, yeah, I like it a lot, and I'm hoping, you know, there's some fixes out there soon. I haven't really looked yet, I'll be honest, but I'm hoping there's some fixes, either just by, you know, somebody customizing it, or by, you know, a third-party upgrade kit. Something has got to happen here, because it should work better in that regard. It shouldn't do that, you know, like, everything is there for it to look really clean, really awesome, and just really be that awesome Transformer that already it's almost there. It looks awesome. I can't stress that enough. It looks awesome in both modes. You know, even a transformation isn't that bad, you know, until you get to that part and you're like, what? But anywho, that's my review. Hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts down below. And if you could please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram. Stay safe. Till next time. Peace out, peeps.